MotoVlogging. It's not just about capturing your incredibly bad driving on video, it's about imparting important insights and information in an informal manner to your loyal viewers. And today we're talking about how to set up your camera and audio for MotoVlogging from inside a car. Whether you're doing a car review, a road trip, or just talking to yourself so much that you figured you might as well record it just to prove to the others that the voices inside your head are real. We're going to break down the best video settings, test different audio setups, and make sure that your footage isn't blown out the windows or make it sound like you're trapped within a 1960s radio show. So with that, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is DemonView. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can stick a camera in their car and start talking to it. Sure, they may be as interesting as someone given the history of a potato, and being Irish, I don't immediately assume that that's the type of thing that interests me. I mean, it does, but that's besides the point. Just don't assume that it does. Anyway, so when it comes to you versus the competition, there's two things that are going to decide who wins the viewership. Yeah, content is important, but when your viewer clicks on your video, it has to look good versus something that looks like it was filmed with a potato, like a golden Yukon or a russet or a red potato or maybe even a sweet potato. Anyway, let's get started with video settings because nobody wants to watch a vlog like it was filmed on a potato. Now, quick safety reminder, folks, distracted driving is dangerous. No video, no vlog, no amount of sweet YouTube fame is worth crashing your car or causing an accident. Even if someone hits you, you're the one recording a video, you'll be the one distracted driving. So the best way to vlog is to film when you're parked or after you drive. Trust me, your insurance company will thank you. But if you absolutely must record while driving, make sure your camera is securely mounted, that your hands stay on the wheel, your eyes stay on the road, and that you keep talking natural and casual, like you're chatting with a passenger and not like you're in an episode of Real Housewives and looking to flip something over at 70 miles an hour just to make a dramatic point. Stay smart, stay safe, and let's get rolling. So when it comes to the camera setup, there's a few different modes that you can actually do with your GoPro camera. Now, all of these are filmed with the GoPro Hero 13, so we're going to take a look at some of the video modes. First of all, we have standard mode. Now, as you can see, outside the windows, looks a bit like a nuclear explosion. The sky is totally overblown. You can't see any detail in this. Clouds. Meanwhile, inside the car, a bit like a witness protection program. It's dark. It's not very detailed. I mean, the camera, it's trying its best, but it's just not very good. So I'd say filming in standard mode is probably not the way to go. Now here's GP log, and as you can see, the outside looks a lot better with controlled highlights. The car interior is a little dark, sure, but if you know how to color grade even a tiny bit, you can make this look really professional. In fact, if I was actually making a professional car vlog, this is likely the setting that I would use, as to me, it's definitely worth the extra effort. And then finally, we have the HDR mode. Now, the exterior looks natural, the interior looks natural, there's no editing required. Basically, if you want to film and post your video before your coffee even kicks in, HDR's got your back. I mean, this is a choice for those who want to create a video quickly with minimal work. The downside is that if you're color grading other footage, then you won't have as much control over the image as you would if you're filming in GP log mode. Now, I'm not sure that's going to matter unless you're producing a film for Christopher Nolan and it's going to be shown at your local IMAX theater, but for uploading to YouTube, this is going to be perfect and possibly the best mode that you can use if you're not into color grading or spending a lot of time in post. Okay, so your video looks good. Now let's make sure you don't sound like you're vlogging from a cave full of angry raccoons. Trust me, that was as angry as a raccoon I could get. I mean, don't be fooled, he was pretty angry that they cancelled the Quantum Leap reboot, but maybe he was just slightly irritated. So first up, we have the GoPro Hero 13 using the standard mic settings. Now, this is straight out of the GoPro, and honestly, inside a car, it's acceptable. However, if you have wind noise from AC vents or engine rumbles that's starting to sneak in, it's a little kind of found footage horror movie, if you know what I mean. The multiple mics of the GoPro means it's capturing audio in the car, but not really concentrating on a particular audio source. So while it will work on a pinch, there are far better solutions out there. Now for me, I think the GoPros do have excellent audio. However, in windy conditions, that can be kind of like very muffled because there's nothing to protect the microphones from wind noise. In this case, I'm inside a car, there's not going to be any wind noise, but there is a lot of ambient motor noise. So Next up, we have the GoPro Hero 13 with the vocal enhancer mode turned on. Now with the vocal enhancer turned on, the audio is better. I mean, the voice seems to pop a little bit more and the background noise drops down. However, for me, this is like the HDR of audio options. If you're keeping it simple and fast, this is probably the solution that you want to use as it doesn't require much editing. Now for me, I think the GoPros do have excellent audio. However, in windy conditions, that can be kind of like very muffled because there's nothing to protect the microphones from wind noise. In this case, I'm inside a car, there's not going to be any wind noise, but there is a lot of ambient motor noise. Next up, we have the GoPro Hero 13 using the Media Mod mics. Now, with the Media Mod, as you can hear, it lacks a bit of bass, and that's actually a good thing as most audio distortion comes from that bass frequency. So with less car hum, there's more you. And because the mics are little mini directional shotgun mics, the audio is picked up quite well, specifically in the direction that they're pointed at, unless you turn your head. While the GoPro Media Mod microphones do improve audio, that's under certain conditions. For instance, if you were trying to film outdoors on a windy day, you probably would want the Media Mod with the directional microphone attached. And then finally, we use the Rode Wireless Go 2 microphone system. If you want to get fancy, the Rode Wireless Go 2 setup is clean, clear and cozy. I mean, you can clip that mic to your sun visor, seatbelt strap, and your voice sounds like you're narrating a luxury car commercial. And also realize that the results are going to be different depending on what vehicle you drive. I'm driving a 2007 Hyundai Tucson, and you know, it's going to be loud. There's not a lot of noise or soundproofing in here. So depending on which vehicle you drive, if you drive an electric vehicle, there's going to be a lot less road noise, a lot less engine noise. If you're driving a big diesel truck, you know, from the 80s, it could actually even have more road and engine noise. Now, before I call it done, I want to do one more little test for you, and this is with the GoPro Hero Max. What happens if you decide to go and vlog with that? Now, I decided to place one on my dash, and this does have the advantage of the fact that it records inside the car and outside the car at the same time. You can basically reframe this, pan it around like you have a movable camera on like a remote gimbal, and you do all this in post, by the way, so you don't have to do anything when you're driving. Or you can do a split screen, do a car in car, have the outside view and have the inside view, and that's pretty good. But you do have to remember that it is going to be much lower quality. Even though the Hero Max records in 5.7K, that's 5.7K over a 360-degree sphere. By the time you reframe into a normal point of view, the quality is going to look a much lower, probably at 1080p or so. However, for MotoVlogging, I don't think that's going to matter because you're not trying to capture detail and epic vistas. It's kind of more like up-close stuff. So yeah, the GoPro Max is a good option, but you can't use external audio with it. So you'd have to, maybe if you want better audio, record your audio separately and then sync it in post. For instance, you're going to be able to look at the inside of the car here, but then you're going to be able to pan around and look out the front window. So now that you know exactly how to make your car vlogs look good, sound good, and not make people feel like they're stuck in the 90s, a soap opera, or an 80s VHS horror movie, remember to drive safe, use those mirrors and your turn signals. Ugh. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and hey, why don't you drop me a comment, tell me what your vlogging setup looks like. I'd love to know what you do. I might even test it out myself to see how it compares, and I guess I will see you in the next video. So until then, cheerio. And remember, time's almost up. This is your last chance to enter the DemonView giveaway. It's free, it's fun, and somebody's about to win some awesome little goodie bags. So details are in the description down below. Don't miss out. This is a free giveaway for anyone from the USA to enter, so make sure you do that today. Yeah, and it might come as a surprise to some people. I actually do own a black shirt, and is it some dust? Oh man. Yeah, that's probably why I wear white shirts so often, because I don't have to brush the dust off.